But before we get into the actual presentation piece, Hilari asked us to share a few things that we want to share with everyone. Some reminders, actually. In fact, why don't we do this? I'm going to share the screen here very quickly. And we're going to go down to very bottom here. One thing in particular we want to make everyone aware of is an event that's coming up Thursday night.
And we're very excited. Our very own Hilari Courtney. So what she's going to be doing is she's going to be talking to people about how you earn your groceries. This is the corporate Zoom call that's going to be Thursday at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, which she's going to be training people on how do you earn your groceries for free. Yeah. She's a master at it. So for you guys that haven't heard her, I want to encourage everyone to join us at isogenicszoom.com Thursday, April 5th. That's 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
So we'll certainly be there. So we encourage everyone to be there. A few other announcements. Wow, and it's exciting. The promotion is literally
they're doing it again.
Second week. They're doing it again. This is amazing, guys. Free shipping, free membership promotion extended this week, April 2nd through the 8th. So great opportunity to grow our businesses there.
And also for first-time consultants, normally when someone rank advanced to consultant, as you know, they earn $50. Well, guess what? It's going to be doubled to be $100 for first-time consultants. That's going to be April the 2nd, which is today, and they're going to run this promotion through May 27th.
Right.
So this is a great opportunity, guys, for everybody to just become a beast. We got to be in beast mode and get out there and work this business like there's no tomorrow.
Great. If you remember, the 27th is the last day for the Rapid Crystal Reset promotion also. So literally, we're able to create consultants all the way up to the end of that promotion. Is that exciting or what?
Absolutely.
Now, lastly,
now the focus need to be on Crystal Director, right? So there's no greater time than to set a goal to make that happen this week.
Yes.
We know we have actually to the end of April, but our goal is set to make certain people doing that this week so we can leverage the free shipping and free membership promotion.
While creating consultants.
So what does that mean? 6 consultants you need to go Crystal Director
and lastly,
on the reset, and that's going to be actually a total of $1,500 because they're doubling that. So that's right. Exciting, but you're going to really earn more than that. For those that haven't gotten their first 20 consultants, what that means is you're going to get $100 per new consultant. So literally, if you got 2, you get 4 more. That's 6. So that's also $400 for you, as well as $1,500 on this Rapid Crystal Reset. So there's a lot of money on the table, guys. So let's take advantage of this promotion. This company has given us so many incentives to truly make it easier for us to go out there and work this business. And everybody liked the option of getting free shipping and free membership.
Last thing is get registered. Don't remember, this is just a reminder for the Rise Up Retreat being hosted by Hilari and Justin in September. And so to learn more, go to the website. All of us should be, in fact, visiting that website on a week-to-week basis, justinandhilaricourtney.com for more details, okay? So we'll review these again at the end of the presentation tonight or the end of the session, but we want to go ahead and get started. In fact, Hilari, did you click the record button?
Yes, I did.
Okay, thanks.
Great. Well, what we want to do tonight is to really spend some time talking about what makes Isogenics different from the rest. But before we talk about it, I thought we'd take a moment and kind of share our story. You know, what really brought us to Isogenics. Gwen and I we've been in the network marketing profession really for about 22 years now. Really, she longer than I, because part of the story, I'll let her tell her story here.
Well, truthfully, we know this was divine. About 22 years ago, I went to Kansas City to attend a family reunion. And that Friday night, they had like a talent night as well as a vendor's night where a lot of people that had a business were showcasing their business. And my cousin actually was involved in an art business at the time. And I've always been passionate about interior decorating. Long story short, I saw this 3-piece painting. It was a grouping that I fell in love with, I identified with it. So artwork is always built on emotions. So I wanted this grouping, and he said, well, it's going to cost me $378. And that's include the framing. So I had written a check and say, let's get it. And he said, well, cuz if I can show you how you can get the same grouping for $6, would you be open to hosting a presentation in Atlanta? So truthfully, that was the setup. When he said $3.78 versus $6, I immediately say, hey, Craig and Sharon, hey, look like y'all gonna be coming to Atlanta. So I agreed to host a presentation. And honestly, I didn't realize that was gonna be my entree into network marketing. But, you know, we made some money, had about 10 to 15 friends, wanted to also host an art show. So at that point, my cousin convinced Liddell and I to do it versus them driving 14 hours. They said, why don't you guys do this part-time and make the money versus Sharon and I earning the money. So really, that's how I initially got started with network marketing.
And what happened was she was making some money, but I really wasn't involved in the business, truthfully. But the fact is that art, those paintings were heavy. You know, you're talking about oil paintings on canvas. Those things were very heavy. And so the frames were heavy. So I would basically be, you know, driving around, playing the supportive spouse role. I call it driving Miss Daisy around. She doesn't like when I say that. But the fact is, I was really playing the supportive spouse. But she was doing the presentations. And so I was at the time, you know, doing the corporate America thing. I was, by most people's standards, very successful in corporate America. But I was stressed to the max, traveling all the time, stressed. Really wasn't spending the quality of time with the family that I really wanted to spend. And so my health was on the decline. Most people aren't aware of this, but one day I literally experienced a seizure. Never experienced it before. And the doc, you know, seizures are still a mystery as far as I'm concerned, even whereas the medical community is concerned. But the doctors really didn't know what caused it. All they could link it to was stress. And so I'm continuing to pray. I knew I couldn't keep doing this, but you know what happens in life? You create a certain lifestyle for you and your family. You can't just walk away from your job, right? Still got bills to pay. Well, I continued to pray and ask God for a way out of my predicament. And so Gwen had just transitioned to another company, another business.
And that was only because I quickly realized there was no residual. Residual is powerful, right? Getting paid for doing something one time over and over and over again. So I did transition to another company. And at that point, you know what I'm saying, we did have great success in that other company. But I'm going to have Liddell share the story when he decided to jump on board because he was praying for a solution or a way out, stress to the max. And I'll let you tell why he decided to partner.
What happened was praying and asking for another way out, and wake up one day, basically, I dreamed about it, I guess. You know, God reveals to me, well, why don't you join your wife? Why don't you get truly actively involved in building a business? And essentially, that's what I did. We started seeing amazing results together. I'll tell you what happened one day, and then we're going to get into the training piece of this tonight. One day, Gwen called me at work. I was in a staff meeting, and so the managers that work for me, we were having a meeting. And she called me one day. The phone rang about 4 or 5 times. I didn't answer it. Around the 6th time, I decided to answer. I figured this must be an emergency. So I step outside the room, the conference room, and I called her back, said, baby, I can't talk now. Is this an emergency? I'm in a staff meeting. She said, yes, an emergency. We just got paid. Just like that. I said, well, we said, well, how much we make? She said, $42,000. I'm like, what? Just like that. You got to be kidding me. So we obviously didn't expect it. She said, yeah. So now imagine this. I got to go back in this conference room, sit down, pretend to be interested in what we're talking about, but you know I'm not interested. And so I stopped the meeting, literally, because it was my staff meeting. I stopped the meeting. I say, guys, look, we got something. I got something more urgent I got to take care of. We'll resume this discussion next week. So I go to my office. I close the door. I call her back. I say, did you say $42,000? She said, yeah. I said, fax me a copy of it. Not that I know she can't read numbers, but the fact of the matter, I was blown away. We used that money to become debt-free, for one, and we set some money aside. And it was then that, you know, my life changed because we got involved together in network marketing. With the exception
of the mortgage, of course.
Yeah, exactly. But we got involved in network marketing truly together. And so kind of the rest of history. Yeah. We left the industry, though, because that previous company, because of integrity issues. We were done with network marketing, literally, because we didn't like what was going on there from an industry standpoint. And we were done. And so what happened was we kept getting phone calls, I guess you might say, about, you know, Isogenics, and we weren't really interested. But we decided to go to an Isogenics event, and Gwen met Hilari at this event.
What a blessing. She's changed our life.
Exactly. And that was kind of the beginning of the story. It really was. We forged a relationship there, and, you know, it was just really exciting. Yeah. We have been happy ever since. And, you know, a couple of things we want to share tonight. What really made Isogenics different? What really separates Isagenix from the rest of the company? Why did we really choose?
And we don't bash no company, so we're not here to do that. But there's a lot of differences, and we just want to share that with you guys because we know God saved the best for last.
Yes.
So we truly are at home. We're excited, and we don't tend to go nowhere else because this is truly our home. So the number one thing that we were looking for was integrity.
Yeah.
And this company truly have integrity. We've seen it over and over. Liddell and I served on the field advisory board, and we got a chance to see what goes on behind the scenes. And when I say integrity, they really at the top of the game when it comes down to integrity.
Think about this. The recent experience we all have with the products. I mean, for example, the dairy-free products right now. I know this has affected a lot of people's business but I really respect the fact that Isagenix still, keeps its integrity because, one of the things we've learned in talking to some of the folks in customer service, the issue has been the rice protein, the fact that it doesn't meet the quality standards that Isagenix expects. And so in light of that, the company chose to really stick to the integrity, pull the product from the shelf and really stick to its quality standards. That's integrity. It really is, because with most company, it would have been about the dollar.
Or they would have been putting fillers in the product just to make the money. But with Isagenix, it's really about no compromise. They want to make certain it's done right.
And as Gwen mentioned, being on the field, getting the opportunity to be on the field advisory board, what we saw was Isagenix literally changed or literally in some cases reversed decisions that didn't represent, where there wasn't a win-win situation. I mean, the motto here, which we love, is if it's not right for our associates, then it's not right for the company. We have seen this company live up to that over and over again. So integrity is everything, which was really, really important to us.
And leadership also is very important, and that's from the top down. I think about like Kathy, she brings impeccable leadership to the table. Believe it or not, for you guys that don't know this, Kathy was #1 in 3 different network marketing companies before even coming to Isagenix. So she understands what it is that we do in the field, but she also experienced some integrity issues with a couple other network marketing companies, and she wanted to show us that she can do it right. So when she partnered with John Anderson, she brought leadership to the table, but also Jim Coover. Some of you guys probably heard of the Cambridge diet. Do you realize that Jim took that company to $1 billion? He was instrumental in making that happen.
Yeah.
So we do have leadership, and then I look at Travis Ogden,
Travis Garza,
Christina
Swift. Yeah, exactly. I mean, all of these guys really, really bring tremendous leadership. We really have a gold mine here when it comes to leadership, compared to a lot of other companies out there that really don't know what network marketing really is, especially from a field perspective. Field perspective, we really have a gold mine. All of these guys, from Christina, who is amazing. She really is awesome. And then Travis, of course, who is absolutely amazing. Travis Ogden. I mean, from a corporate standpoint, we really have a dynasty. We have a dynasty here. Then there's the products. Wow. I mean, come on, let's say here, the products that truly work. Because the results speak for itself. It really does.
And that feels good. I mean, I received a phone call today from someone that used to be on these products about 4 years ago. She said, I'm going to tell you, I tried a lot of companies' products, but Isagenix is above the rest. She said, these products truly work. She said, I was always tired, lethargic, couldn't sleep at night. She was dealing with some other health issues too, but at the same time, she said, I've never seen a product that works at a cellular level like this product.
And she said, I feel good.
She said, I feel good when I'm using Isagenix products. So the reason I'm calling is because I want that feeling again. And she called just this morning, first thing this morning, saying, I'm ready to come back. And when I was able to tell her about free shipping and no membership, she said, sign me up. I'll be a consultant this week.
Absolutely. And so, I don't know about you, but if it hasn't happened to you yet, it will happen eventually. With people who, for whatever reason, chose to leave Isagenix. Many of them will come back. They'll call you because they know that the products truly work.
And it's about so much more than weight loss, guys. So often we focus on losing weight, but this person want to put on 20 pounds of lean muscle. So my thing is, you just want to feel better. So it's about more than just losing weight. I think sometimes people put so much emphasis on, well, we can lose weight, but what about more energy? What about sleeping better and just getting that vitality back? Because a lot of people, believe it or not, suffers with insomnia. They're not sleeping sleeping well at night. So we need to focus on those issues too, and not so much just the weight loss.
And you know, what I love about Isagenix is their commitment not to helping people physically, not only helping people physically, but also financially. I mean, sure, we have products, as Gwen just mentioned, that help people in many, many different areas of their lives physically, and the products truly work. But you know, the thing about it that is, you wouldn't have a business if the products didn't work. At least it wouldn't last long anyway, is the bottom line. So physically, no question, extremely important. We got it right. We're focused there first and foremost. But don't get me wrong, financially, Isagenix is amazing also.
And I think a lot of people don't talk about the money enough. I mean, we know 80% of the people that come to Isagenix are just product users, they're customers. But did you realize that if most people had just an extra $350 a month, they would have avoided filing for bankruptcy?
Absolutely.
And so we can really help people with that financial pain as well.
I mean, tremendously. In fact, we just heard, I think this week or yesterday, about the most recent Isagenix millionaire. These are people who've cumulative earned $1 million and more or greater in this compensation plan. I don't know of anyone else or any other company that can speak to those kinds of numbers. And so Isagenix is absolutely amazing, especially for considering how short of a lifespan this amazing company has. Sure, you got companies that have been around 30, 40 years and so who maybe can do it. But we're only a 16-year-old company and growing, I mean, exponentially, we really are. And so financially, you can get on board here and make a lot of money is the bottom line.
I mean, you can sit down this week and show people how they can make an extra $1,500 by going Crystal Director. And I'm going to tell you, that's something to get excited about. Really we just talked to a gentleman tonight. He's in Indiana, and he's a dentist, and he's fired up and excited about this compensation plan, the products, but also the compensation. And so I feel like if you can really arm yourself and truly talk a lot about how we make money, we know the products are life-changing, but we have one of the best compensation plans, and we need to get excited and just talk to more people about it and show them how they can get the products paid for.
What I love about the comp plan, and this is something that was important to us from the beginning, everybody wins. Not just the people at the top or the people who got in the very beginning. Everybody wins here, and so that's extremely important. Have any of you guys, I mean, heard of this? Has anyone ever asked you the question? This is what I love. Is that one of those pyramid schemes?
And I'm sure you've heard that, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I know every now and then we get that where people ask us, well, is it a pyramid scheme? And I like to ask them, what is your definition of a pyramid?
And most of the time they don't have an answer. And what I like to tell people, once Gwen said that question, well, there are pyramids is my response. I say in fact, there are legal pyramids. The greatest example of a legal pyramid, believe it or not, is a corporation. So this is kind of educating the people. They never thought of it this way. I hear that response all the time. I've never really thought of it that way. Yeah, the greatest example of a pyramid, a legal pyramid, is a corporation. I say, well, think about it. When you go to work tomorrow, I don't care how hard you work, you're likely not to earn more income than your boss. Am I right? Or your supervisor. They'll say, yeah, I guess that is right. I say, think about it. Your supervisor, regardless to how hard he or she works, or they're likely not to earn more income than their supervisor, right? Say, yeah. I say, well, at the very top of that pyramid is a CEO of that corporation, and he or she will make more money than anybody in that corporation, right? And they'll say, yeah, that's true. And so what I say, well, Isagenix is different. Isagenix is different. You can come into Isagenix and you can work hard and hard and hard. You can literally make more money than the person who sponsored you into Isagenix.
And we also tell them they reward the producer.
Yes.
So this is about working hard. If you work here, you can rest assured you're going to be rewarded. Yeah. And we also let them know there are many, many examples of people earning more money than their sponsor, which is fair. So if your sponsor brought in 3 people and you went out there and enrolled, let's say 50, and you develop more leaders, well, naturally you're going to make a lot more. Or let's say they went 3 or 4-star gold, and then your sponsor's still just a consultant. The fact you got to executive, you can unlock the entire compensation plan.
So everybody wins here, and that's what's really, really important. Now, this is a legacy company also, and one that will be here for generations to come. Once again, very, very important to us. It really, really is. And so as we think about this company. One of the greatest examples of this is this. Most very recently, unfortunately, one of our executives passed away. And, this company is so amazing in terms, she built really a pretty solid business as an executive. She really did, earning really well, really good income on a week-to-week basis. She was. And unfortunately, when she passed away, her husband, who will certainly tell you, in fact, I see him on here tonight, he would agree that she played the most significant role in building the business. He certainly played a supportive spouse role, but she was out front. Well, what happened was, with Isagenix, of course, Isagenix, this is the kind of company we have here. She built a legacy and it continues. They gave him some choices some options rather. He could either, retain his business. He could also retain her business or assume her business, or he could do both. He could keep both businesses.
So it's up to him.
So it's really up to him. And we thought to ourselves, man, that is absolutely amazing. Most companies would never do that.
So they're not just providing lip service, it's the bottom line when they say it'll be here for generations to come and you can pass it down to your heirs. Well, this is one of the best recent examples we've seen.
Yeah, she built a legacy business, and guess what? It basically is being passed down or transitioned over to him. He can continue to build the business, which is what his intent is. In fact, he's doing that. But again, it's something that'll be there for generations to come. And so we were so excited to see how Isagenix handled that situation.
She was one of our top leaders, and we're still saddened by this major loss. But I just want to say this company, they got it right.
Yes.
When we say they're a legacy company, and people often ask us, well, what's going to happen to our, the income that I'm earning if something happened? Can we pass it down to our children or our spouse? We just here to tell you that Absolutely. They do live by this legacy company of passing down the generation.
Another thing is culture. We're really proud. We talk about this all the time, to really be a proud part of Isagenix. Having had the experience of being involved, in a couple other companies, we know what it's like to be a part of a culture that doesn't necessarily represent perhaps what you stand for. And Isagenix, this is one big family.
It is, and they value everyone. We don't deal with any discrimination, none of that. We love this Isagenix culture, so we tell everybody, come join us. We're having fun too.
Yeah. It's exciting. It really is. You go to an Isagenix event, you can see that this is a special company. And it begins with our co-founders, Jim and Kathy Coover. They've created this culture here at Isagenix. And so it's really great to be a part of it.
We feel so blessed. We have an awesome leader in Hilari Courtney and Justin. Hilari's been to our home several times, spent the night.
And coming again soon, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Whenever we need her, she's always available. But she's that way with everybody. I see my dear friend Carrie Michaels on here and so many others. And we really do love each other. We might not talk all the time, but when we see each other, we're so happy to just be together.
So that's the love in the Isagenix culture. It really is.
It's a real deal.
It's a real deal, guys. And then Isagenix is fun.
Yes.
It really is. This is fun because you be a part of this. Go to an Isagenix event, and you'll see how much fun you're really able to have at that event, because it's not one of those dead, events. Have you ever been to one before?
They like to party.
Yeah, I know one of the companies the company we previously were with, you go to an event where everything was kind of like sitting there and you listen to a presentation and it moves from one to another. Here,
it's not boring.
It's not boring. It's fun, man. And in fact, the company intentionally makes it a fun event. And so this is exciting. That's why
we're attracting so many young folks. So they say, you guys know how to party.
You know how to party and make money.
At the same time.
At the same time. So why not have fun and make money at the same time? And so, but that's what Isagenix is really all about. So once again, we just want to review these announcements.
Again, guys, let's leverage this free shipping and free membership promotion. 150 BV minimum required.
We're losing you.
Believe it or not, we got an 85. It says you are muted by the host.
Okay. And I guess everyone, we're okay here?
You're okay.
Okay, great.
But I just wanted to say real quickly, guys, let's leverage this promotion. We got a gentleman, 85 years old, we were working with, and believe it or not, he developed 2 brand new crystal managers by Sunday. Not only did he get there, but he got 2 brand new brand new Crystal manager. So I'm saying we have no excuse. Let's work. Number two,
The double bonus
for first time consultants. That's $100 from April the 2nd through May 27th.
And then getting registered for the Rise Up Retreat being hosted by Hilari and Justin. Again, go to the website, justinandhilaricourtney.com to get more details, but we certainly plan to be there ourselves.
And we made our hotel reservations. Hilari mentioned already that space is limited, so we want to encourage everyone that have not made their hotel reservations, please do so before they don't have any rooms left.
Hilari, we're done.
We're done. Thank you.
No, it's great, you guys. So the hotel only has 60 rooms. It's a boutique hotel.
Okay.
So just blocked for us. So yeah, if you are planning on going, you have all the way till September 2nd to earn it. Just make sure you get your hotel because you want to make sure you have space there. So I just want to see if anybody has questions. You can click unmute in your bottom corner. I'm not going to unmute everybody, but you can unmute in the bottom corner. If you have any questions for Gwen and Liddell, because they said they've been doing this for 22 years. I think that is incredible. So lots of experience.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Questions. I think it's so interesting why you chose Isogenics. There's so many of the reasons why so many people join, whether it's the fun or the integrity or the products, everybody joins for a different reason, but you end up loving those same core values. So
yes,
absolutely,
yes,
absolutely.
And the money is nice too. I don't want to, slight the money. They pay excellent money if you're willing to work hard.
Absolutely.
So this week, I want to see everybody set a goal to knock out Crystal Director on the reset. You can do it. We've already hit it ourselves. Crystal Director on the reset last week, and our goal is Crystal Executive this week. Yeah. And our goal is to not only do it ourselves, but to help a lot of our team members do it too. Absolutely. So you really, it's about pushing people. So that's our goals. I hope it's your goal as well.
Great. All right, you don't give you opportunity, Hilari, for questions.
Yeah. Do you guys have any questions? Just unmute in your bottom left corner. You can ask Gwen and Liddell any questions you have. They're usually a quiet group. They usually don't even ask me questions. Kaylin said it. Thank you for sharing, and you were inspiring to everyone.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Everyone have a great week.
And I hope everybody had a great Easter, and we'll see everybody at the top. Good night.
All right. See you guys next week.
Okay,
bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye,
Good night.
guys.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.